According to the National Fire Protection Association, fire alarm cables should be installed in metal raceways. For non-metallic cables, it must be installed through rigid conduit that is at least 7 feet above the floor. The building should provide sufficient protection for the fire alarm cable and the wiring, which includes proper insulation. Also, the wiring must pass through a fire barrier and be protected by fire caulking. The installation of an alarm system requires certain cables to be installed. While a fire alarm system may sound the alarm when a fire breaks out, it is crucial to ensure that the system will function properly in the event of a fire. In order to ensure that the cable will protect its contents, the wiring should be insulated to protect it from physical damage. This is the most important consideration when installing a fire alarm system. There are many regulations that apply to the installation of these systems. The installation of fire alarm cables should follow the NFPA and NEC codes. While the Chicago Code is the most commonly applied, some suburban jurisdictions also have their own ordinances. In addition to the local regulations, fire alarm wiring should be installed in a metallic raceway. This type of wiring is used for applications where access to the wiring is difficult or impossible. In addition, the cable should be installed in areas that are accessible to the public, such as a kitchen or bathroom. The proper installation of fire alarm cables is an important aspect of fire safety. Not only must the cables be installed with care and consideration, but they must also be installed in a manner that complies with the fire safety regulations. This may include installation in a power-limited or non-required building. In this case, it is important to choose a power-limited cable instead of a non-power-limited cable. The wiring of fire alarm cables is not only necessary for fire detection, but also for the protection of the property. The cables that carry the signals from the control panel to the fire alarm equipment should be of high quality. The installation of the cable must be done according to the regulations of the local building code and the building. Moreover, the installation of the cables should also comply with the rules. The requirements of the regulations vary from state to state, but there are some general rules that apply to most buildings. Standard fire-resistant cables should meet the requirements. FP200 Gold, for instance, is a high-quality, BS 8519 approved Category 1 control cable. It has excellent data transmission capabilities, which makes it ideal for voice alarm and addressable systems. Its 120-minute fire resistance is sufficient for many purposes, including multi-phase evacuation. However, higher fire resistance should be used when multiple phases are necessary. In addition to a code-compliant cable, the installation of a security alarm wire should follow similar requirements. Typically, the security alarm wire is 22 AWG gauge. Simple devices need only 4 or 6 conductors, while active devices need 6 or more. The fire protection cable should be installed according to the requirements of the building code. Aside from the regulations, a quality system should meet certain requirements. The NEC does not define clean as a term used to describe neatness. In contrast, it does not require a cable to be in the same level of a fire-resistant building as the sprinkler system. Achieving a high level of survivability is the primary goal of any fire alarm system. In addition to being safe, it must also be easy to operate. This is why the NEC provides guidelines for installation of smoke detectors.